Pilot's log, June 14th, 8:58 p.m. Douglas Chastain reporting. Just kidding, guys. So today, it really is June 14th. It's about 9 o'clock. The sun just set. Today was history for me. I've been waiting for this for, oh man, 2.5 years or so. Today was the first day I flew my electric paramotor. Yes, electric paramotor. No, I didn't fly for 15 minutes either. I'll have to look later. It was pretty close to 45, maybe 50 minutes. That's a funny story. I'll tell in a second, actually. Actually, you can see the paramotor's actually in my car. Wing is right there. The paramotor's there, and the battery's down there. And my trike is on the back. So yeah, I flew the trike. I think I posted on, at least on the Facebook page, how I mounted it. I mounted it with, yeah, I got a $7,500 paramotor and I drilled 4 holes in it the very first day. I know, probably not the smartest thing, but the trike is just the way to go for me. So I drilled 2 holes in the bottom, and I have these 2 bars for my Colibri trike, so I drilled 2 holes in the side. I'll show that setup later. But as for today, I got started about I don't know, maybe 2 hours ago now. Perfect weather, like 7-mile-an-hour winds out of the front. I was flying a trike once again. I was worried about the cage being able to flex back into the propeller, but the good thing with the electric paramotor, you can feather the throttle really easily, so it's not just tugging on it like it would with a ICE engine. I guess you probably could, but it wasn't easy for me with my Black Bull. So you could feather it a little bit, get the wing up a little bit, so it's not totally pulling on the cage. But even then, I think you could just floor it and go. And I did fly in sport mode today, since it was my very first flight. The takeoff was perfect. I think it has just, I only have the bi-blade prop. I think it has almost as much power as my Black Bull 172cc. I think if I had the 3-blade prop, I'd probably be pretty close to that. So thrust wasn't an issue to me. I took off in the same distance that I normally take off. So I am 190 pounds. My trike is about another 25 pounds, and I fly a Dudek Nucleon XX, a 28 meter. And I had no problems taking off. Took off nice, quiet, and smooth. No issues at all. I could climb, probably not climb as much as my Black Bull, because I think when the thrust on my Black Bull, I really kind of got like this, and it helped that way. I think it's more like this on the SP140, but still no really big difference. I took it up to about 1,500 feet tonight. I stuck around the LZ, luckily. I'll tell you why that in a minute as well. But I flew for 34 minutes. So for me, the reason I got this, the reason I've been waiting, because I got up to 1,500 feet, and you just let off the throttle and you're paragliding. It's absolutely serene. That's what I love about it. That's why I got this one of the reasons. And it was absolutely, man, you can't describe it. If you've done it, you guys know what I'm talking about. Guys and girls know what I'm talking about. It's just something you can't describe. So I love this. So I did that. I flew around for 35 minutes, down low. Everything that I would on my regular Black Bull. I did the same thing, skimming trees, flying, banking, left and right, all that stuff normally. And then about 40 minutes, I headed close to the LZ, because my the throttle said I was about at 33%. So I was like, man, I should stick a little closer. So I figured I was already flying, so I should try to test how long I could fly, because I know a lot of people are going to ask how long can you fly on the trike realistically. So I was hanging around, and it got down, and I told myself, okay, it gets to 15%, I'm going to head home. I was only maybe 5 minutes from the LZ. So at 15 minutes, I saw on the throttle it was 15 minutes, so I turned around, and I was literally 5 minutes from the, less than 5 minutes from where I took off. So I started heading back and looking at the throttle, because it's here. I'm looking, and it's 15%. I fly for a few seconds, it's 14%. Okay, it fluctuates up and down. Then I look over, it's 13%. A few seconds later, 12, 11, 10, literally ticking down like that. And so it went from 15% battery to it says battery dead, I would think within a minute, maybe a minute. no more than 2 minutes, for sure, no more than 2 minutes. So I didn't make it back to the LZ. I had to land, I landed emergency landing, whatever you want to call it. Landed perfectly fine in a field next to that. The only problem is that field had what I think is an electric fence. I've seen electric fences before, but I didn't want to test it. So, which is another good thing about the SP40. So I have the wrench in there. I took the SP140 off the trike with one bolt in my hand, with 2 bolts in my hand. The other ones are pins. Super easy. Took the battery out. Went over to the fence, put the battery over the fence, hooked the paramotor on the fence. I got a picture that I'll show as well. And then hooked the trike over the fence, and then crawled over the fence and got it down. So it really wasn't an issue at all. So and I say that because the modularity, I guess is a good word for it, of my system, at least with the trike, and then you have the battery, then you this one. So once you take the battery out, the actual paramotor is really easy to throw over a fence. It's super easy, and actually it just hung on the fence for me. So that was an unexpected benefit of it. But so lesson learned for me is I don't think you take this thing down past 25% or something like that. I think that's getting into and Paul and Zach and everybody probably said that, and I just didn't read it because I was so eager to get out here and fly it. But man, it's totally worth it. Like I said, I got 45 minutes, I think. I'll post the actual results later. I mean, I went up to 1,500 feet twice, and that's from zero, from ground level. And man, just soaring up there, and the throttle is so nice to be able to feather. When you're skimming trees, you can just feather it really easily. Even when you're on it, the noise is not as loud. You don't have that engine, at least for the biprop, it's not loud at all. Man, just I mean, yeah, I can't fly for 2.5 hours, whatever yet. I think I might have an answer for that too, especially with the trike. I think I might buy another battery, mount it on the trike itself, and buy like a 31 meter universal or something. So when I want to go for an hour and a half, 45 minute flight, I can do that with that wing and that battery setup. If I want to go for 45 minutes, I have this set up here. So I think I might do that. I'm not for sure. But man, I love this thing. I've been waiting for 2 years on it. The guys over there at Open PPG, they did a really good job. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's safe, and it's exactly what I wanted from an electric paramotor. All the naysayers are going to say, yeah, but you can't fly 2.5 hours, blah blah blah. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, go do it. But for me, flying 45 minutes, not having to deal with anything. I packed up in literally 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes probably. It's so easy. I just love the modularity of it. So my hat's off to those guys. Thank you guys for putting the time in to do this for us. I really appreciate it. I'll be a fan, and I'll actually spread the word for this for sure. So that's my first report. See ya.